Good evening, friends. Welcome to the Fast Jam. I'm getting warmed up and ready to go here in frigid Denver, Colorado. We had quite a winter storm over the weekend. It went from being beautiful, sunny fall weather to just, 5 inches of snow, and it was 7 degrees last night. So we're adjusting over here, but it's normal for us around Colorado. Okay, I want to check on the live streams, and then we are going to get started with a song called 30 Years of Farming. And this song was written by Fred Eaglesmith. And I kind of, of course the bluegrass version was James King. And I kind of learned it from the original mostly, from Fred Eaglesmith's version. So James King fans, there might be something a little bit different about this, but it's the same song and it's pretty straight ahead. Okay, we're live on Facebook. Let me double check on the tube. Okay, looks like we're live on the YouTube. Great. Okay, so this song, it has a long form, and I'm going to go ahead and set up the tempo to get us started. So this is kind of right about where we left off on mid-tempo. In the key of G, and a 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and a 4, 4 and 1. 1 and 1, 1 and 1 and a 2 dominant to the 5. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 4, 4 and 1. 1 and a 1, 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 5 and 1 chorus. Oh, and on the post by the general store they put up a little sign. An auction sale day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years of day to day. Oh, my daddy stopped talking the day the farm was auctioned. There was nothing left to say. So I'm just doing that so you know how I phrase it, because it might be different than the James King version a little bit. But anyhow, if I'm going to kick it off, and we're going to play all the way through the form. If this was a bluegrass band situation, we'd be trading probably in the middle somewhere. But let's just go ahead and play it straight through the standard form there. So my kickoff might go something like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a simple melody, so feel free to riff a little bit on this kickoff. But anyhow, whatever you're up to and whatever you're feeling, now's the time. Take a big breath and kick us off on 30 Years of Farming in the key of G. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. and on the post by the general store they put up a little sign. An auction sale day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years of day to day. Oh, my daddy stopped talking the day the farm was auctioned. There was nothing left to say. I got it. Oh, my mother's tears flowed gently down as she walked among flowers in the yard. And every number that auctioneer called was like a blow to her precious heart. And every number the auctioneer called meant another thing was sold that day. Till everything was auctioned and we all stood there watching as they loaded it and drove it away. Oh, and on the post by the general store they put up a little sign. An auction sale day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years of day to day. Oh, my daddy stopped talking the day the farm was auctioned. There was nothing left to say. Store they put up a little sign. An auction sale day after tomorrow at the end of the Lincoln line. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years of day to day. Oh, my daddy stopped talking the day the farm was auctioned. There was nothing left to say. There is another verse, but it just gets sadder. And we got our picking done. So, okay, we're off and running on the Fast Jam. And let's move on to a song called Tall Pines. Now, I just learned this song, and at Rocky Grass this summer, saw Lori Lewis's set and was reminded of just how freaking awesome Lori Lewis is, and been on a Spotify rampage digging through her albums, and this is one of the top songs on her Spotify, and I assumed that she had written it because she writes a lot of songs about trees, and this is a great song. I mean, really deep, really cool songs about specifics about trees, like great stuff. But I did some digging and realized that this was written in the late 60s, early 70s by a fella named Damon Black, who also wrote I Haven't Seen Mary in Years. I think he was a Nashville songwriter. And this was recorded by Bill Monroe and James Monroe in the early 70s. And then Lori did her version of it. And her version is the coolest version that I've heard. Very, very good up-tempo version. So let's run through it. The verse is in the key of G, 1 and a 1, 4 and a 1, 1 and a 5 and a 1, 1 and 1, and 4 and going to be jamming on, that whole section. Okay, so it's going to be a good long break, kind of like the last song. And again, the type that in a band you'd probably trade from one instrument to another. But in this case, I'm going to let you and let me play all the way through. And then the chorus is simply 1 and 4, 1 and 1 and a 5, and 1 and 4, 1 and 5 and a 1. So my kickoff might go something like 1, 2, 3. It might go something like 1, 2, 3. Working up the melody. Okay, so kick us off in the key of G on Tall Pines. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. In my youth, I stood on a mountain and planted some pines in the sand. Every day I'd look their way, but I just couldn't understand why they never grew how I wanted them to. I just couldn't understand why. So I rambled around this whole world through, and today I just happened by. Tall pines, reaching up for the clouds. Tall pines, I'll bet you wouldn't know me now. I'll never forget the morning I left, the hum of the bees in the hay. And every step I walked, the louder they talked, how silent it seems here today. There's the old rail fence that we built inch by inch, surrounding the old family graves. And one gravestone standing all alone, they're waiting to meet me in the shade. Tall pines, reaching up for the clouds. Tall pines, I'll bet you wouldn't know me now. Play. Sing that second verse again because I kind of messed it up. And then we'll go me full break and you full break after that, okay? I'll never forget the morning I left, the hum of the bees in the hay. that we built inch by inch, surrounding the old family graves. And one gravestone standing all alone, they're waiting to meet me in the shade. Tall pines, reaching up for the clouds. Tall pines, I'll bet you wouldn't know me now, me than you. Tall pines, reaching up for the clouds. Tall pines, I've come to rest beneath your boughs. Okay, and the proper way to do that would be to do a slow down ending, make it real dramatic. But anyway, that's a fun first run through of that song. Just learned that a couple days ago, and I just love it. That's gonna be a daily one for me for a while, I think. How we doing? Is anyone here? On the YouTube, SC in Flagler Beach. Let's pick, son. All right, let's pick it. And hello, David Holtkamp. And hello, Sean Walsh. Okay, very cool. Thanks for chiming in. Hope you all are still feeling good and still with me here picking. Okay, Remington Ride. Why not? And this one will kind of kick the tempo up a little bit. And this is another one of those that you don't have to do much, but you can do a lot with it. You can kind of keep the melody simple, or you can, make it move. But anyhow, my old pal Christopher Henry was chiming in on the last couple jams, and his little video that he posted of this, that is sort of the Don Reno version. I drew this kind of version from that. So thanks, Chris, for posting. He learned it from David McLaughlin, who learned it from Don Reno himself. And I'm gonna kind of do my take on it. But anyhow, try to get some Reno style guitar in here. I don't play nearly as hard as Don Reno did. He was a hard driving, flat picking guitarist. But anyhow, this one goes da 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 to the 5 and a 4 and 4 4 4 and a 1 and 5 and a 1 again. Long form. So let's go 3 times through me, you, and just end it at the end. It doesn't really need a tag. Here we go. Remington Ride in the key of G. I'm going to kick us off. Cool. Well, it's a long form, right? So 3 times is a long way to go through that one. I think Herb Remington was the steel player, right? Bob Wills, Texas Playboys, who wrote that. Okay, very cool. Well, I did my best. I'm gonna keep on working on that one and get back into that Don Reno style guitar a little bit. Heavy-handed, cool, intentional, you know, notey, but very rhythmic, almost like kind of the way Bill Monroe plays the mandolin. Not a whole lot of like flashy single note stuff. Just a lot of cool shuffly chugging things, you know, with the picking hand. Anyhow, let's see. And like brute force, right? That's how Don Reno would play it. Just powering on through. Okay, gotta travel on. Hey, summer's almost gone and that winter's coming on. Well, the winter's here in Colorado. Okay, here's our tempo for Gotta Travel On. In the key of A, I will be capo 2. That would be my kickoff. With these cold fingers. It's a little cold here. Okay, here you go. Kick us off on Gotta Travel On in the key of A. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Played around this old town too long. Summer's almost gone, yeah, winter's coming on. I've laid around and played around this old town too long, and I feel like I've got to travel on. that for the tag. Okay, fun. We're getting loose. I'm starting to talk fast because we're playing this stuff really fast and the vocals are going by fast. Funny how that happens. Okay, Big Country in the key of A. This is the Jimmy Martin, Vernon, Derek Big Country. And I'm just going to kick it off. Follow me. Let's go 3 times through. Meet you, meet you, meet you. And then you tag it at the end, okay? Here we go. Key of A, Big Country. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, fun. All right, how's everyone doing? Anyone out there? We got the same characters. Hello, Ed Harvey, trying to play along on the fiddle. Well, yeah, I mean, you jumped right into the fast jam, Ed, so we got the slow and the mid before this, and they're all on the YouTube channel, so just go to YouTube and look me up and find the play-along jams, and you'll see the whole playlist there. We got hundreds of sets of tempos for every player, including beginners. Okay, moving right along, we got Hit Parade of Love in the key of C. Okay. We're on the Jimmy Martin train here. And here we go with Hit Parade of Love. And it'll be at this tempo. And just a quick run through of how this goes. In C. 1 and 1 and 1 and a 4. 5 and 5, 5 and a 1. 1 and 1 and the breaks are the same as the verse, just without the holds. So you'll hear me on this sample of the kickoff just play through the form without those couple extra beats that we do on the singing parts. So here's how I might kick it off. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So there you go. Kick us off on Hit Parade of Love in the key of C. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. From what I've been hearing, dear, you've really got it made. You've got a lot of failures and lovers hit parade. If I can be your number one, I don't know what I'll do. Gotta be plumb up to the top, I'm so in love with you. On the hit parade of love, I know I'll never stop. Got a long, long way to climb before I reach the top. But if I do get there soon, I really have it made. Then I know I'm number one in your lover's hit parade. Okay. It's your heart I'm after, 'cause it's so nice and kind. Ain't another one to take your place, for sure be hard to find. So put your arms around me, dear, and be my true love. Then I feel like I'm number one on your hit parade of love. On the hit parade of love, I know I'll never stop. Got a long, long way to climb before I reach the top. But if I do get there soon, I really have it made. Then I know I'm number one on your lover's hit parade. Play. Now if we work together, dear, like all good lovers should, we can make a go of it, everything will turn out good. We could have so much fun, we really have it made. Then I know I'm number one on your lover's hit parade. On the hit parade of love, I know I'll never stop. Got a long, long way to climb before I reach the top. But if I do get there soon, I really have it made. Then I know I'm number one on your lover's hit parade. Well, I'm feeling pretty warmed up. I'm really digging this tone slab pick on the fast tempos. It's nice. I'm really digging it. Checking out this tone slab this week. Definitely check them out. It's similar to a blue chip. I like it that it's black. It's a cool color. But yeah, something a little different about it, and I'm really getting into it. Okay, here we go. A couple more songs, starting with "My Little Girl in Tennessee," which sings like "Little Girl of Mine in Tennessee," and this is going to be good and quick in the key of G, flat and scrub song. One and four and a one. One and a one and a five. One and a four and a one. Little girl of mine in Tennessee. Chorus. Four and a one. One and a five. One and a one and a four and a four. One and a five and a one. However you want to approach that 5 chord. So after you kick it off, we're going to go straight to a chorus, okay? Without any hold. Little girl, da, 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 da. Oh, little girl. Right into the chorus, okay? Right after you kick off. So here you go. Boom, 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 boom. Key of G. Little girl of mine in Tennessee. Kick us off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Long time ago when I left my home and roamed down in the hills of Tennessee, the sweetest little girl that's ever in this world, down in the hills of Tennessee. I told you I was going to go right to the chorus, didn't I? Well, I sure didn't. Okay, so this time kick it off one more time. I bet you wouldn't mind a do-over. And this time we'll go straight to the chorus. Here we go. Little girl of mine in Tennessee, key of G, kick it off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, little girl of mine in Tennessee, I know she's waiting there for me. They'll settle down in that little country town with that little girl of mine in Tennessee. Here I go. The sweetest little girl was ever in this world, down in the hills of Tennessee. Oh, little girl of mine in Tennessee, I know she's waiting there for me. Someday I'll settle down in that little country town with that little girl of mine in Tennessee. Play. Sorry, dear, I know, for the way that you've treated me. So I rebel all around, but no one could be found to take the place of her in Tennessee. Oh, little girl of mine in Tennessee, I know she's waiting there for me. Someday I'll settle down in that little country town with that little girl of mine in Tennessee. Maybe you. and chat. Little girl waiting there for me. I see her smiling face waiting for me at the gate. Oh, that little girl of mine in Tennessee. Little girl of mine in Tennessee. I know she's waiting there for me. Someday I'll settle down in that little country town with that little girl of mine in Tennessee. Okay. Great. Well, we have one more song on the list, and I hope you all have been digging this as much as I have, and I hope you might be a little warmer than I am. Sometimes in old houses like this, when you're closed off in one room, it's really warm in the living room, but when this door's closed, it's rather cold in here. Anyway, once again, thanks so much to Colleen Murphy letting me use her space here, and I'm heading back to California this week for a couple weeks. Got some shows. The Poway Train Song Museum, Poway Train Song Festival, November 11th. A fun little gig put on by the San Diego Folk Heritage Society. And I have a wedding gig in La Jolla. And I'm going to go see the Dusters and Green Sky in Del Mar on Friday. Hey, how about that? And what I'm saying is, next time you see me on next Monday, I'll be at the old home in Hamul, the old Adobe Hacienda, hanging with my mom, my sis, and all the family down there. So now we're going to close this off with Ridin' That Midnight Train in the key of G, which goes 1, 1, and 1, and 1, and 4, 4, and 1. 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 5 and 5 and 1. Something like that. Okay, here we go. We're gonna close it in style here. Riding on that midnight train, Stanley Brothers song, key of G, and you're gonna kick it off. Get that tempo in your head. Take a big breath. Maybe lighten up your strokes a little bit. Don't do it, right. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I had the other song in my head. Riding on that midnight train. It's a long one before the 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. How on earth was I ever born? I'll never understand. To fall in love with somebody like you, in love with another man. I'm riding on that midnight train, my head's hanging low. These awful blues will follow me wherever I may go. No matter what I say or do, you're never satisfied. I've tried and tried so many times, leaving you now goodbye. I'm riding on that midnight train, my head's hanging low. These awful blues will follow me wherever I may go. You broke the heart that trusted you. I wasn't made of stone. I'm left in this world as dark as night, yet I must travel on. I'm riding on that midnight train, my head hanging low. You awful blues will follow me wherever I may go. Me and you. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Great to be back with you. And I'll see you next Monday. All right. Don't be strangers.